All right, so you guys know I started out with talking about violence and stuff like that, but one of the root causes is financial literacy. And I saw a lot of videos online talking about financial literacy and several people doing very dumb stuff. Now, this video right here, this is going to say that a tenant, this guy is saying he's paying $13,000, 500 a month for a house. Now, this house is huge, and he was showing how big it is. However, it's infested with rats. But first and foremost, homeboy, $13,000? And I've heard celebrities, there's a lot of celebrities that hit it big, or influencers or whatever that hit it big, making good money and making terrible financial decisions. Listen to this.
I want you to look at this house. I want you to see how big this house is. And it's really fucking with me, bro, because I try my best to provide for my family, bro. And, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit, right? Nigga, I'm a real nigga from the hood, you feel me? Nigga, my credit ain't the best, you feel me? Nigga, I start making videos, I ran that shit up, and I'm trying to provide for my family. So, yeah, nigga, we trying to rent until we buy a house. And this is what I'm presented with, right? The first day we move in, right? Nigga, the first day we move in, right? We see some shit. And it fucked me up. Look at this shit, bro. And it fucked me up, right? And we tell the nigga like, yo, we need our money back, right? And the motherfucker like, nah, you can't get your money back. Now, I'll be wrong if I revert to my old ways and I see about the nigga. You dig what I'm saying? This is the whole point of this. When I walk out of my house that I pay $13,500 a month for,
now, at first, I couldn't even believe that this was even real. Like, first and foremost, who would pay $13,000 for a house when you could just easily rent a regular size house, save $11,500 a month, and go cop a dope house after a year? But I'm hearing all types of stories online that a lot of people do this. And sometimes I'm wondering, like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, in school they should teach us financial literacy. No, you got to teach your own children. That's one thing I hate to hear people saying. They need to teach our children instead of us teaching our own children. But financial literacy is a huge issue. Now, this is the guy from Cosby Show, Geoffrey Owens, and he was on a viral video for working at some type of spot at a grocery store, bagging groceries, and he was a famous actor, and he was bagging groceries, and he did another interview, and he stated that Nicki Minaj gave him $25,000, and then he just gave it away. Bruh. What? She gave that to you for you to get on your feet, and you give the money away? Sometimes I'm wondering, I'm starting to wonder, good luck for this brother, wonderful person, wonderful guy. But I'm starting to wonder, like, bro, are you not financial literate? Do you not know what to do with money? Listen to this.
She sent me money.
Yeah, I heard she sent you like, what is it, like, I don't want to count your pockets, but it was a lot of money.
She sent me $25,000.
Right, so
nice.
So I heard that you gave it to a charity.
I did give it to a charity.
Why you give that money to a charity?
You know what? I don't know.
Next time.
It's like now I'm like,
why did you do
contacted
that?
the charity last week to ask for it. They had used it already. No. You know what it was? It was like, at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do.
What?
At the time. Listen,
Well,
if
thank
Nicki
God,
Minaj had hired me,
Okay.
she had paid me $25,000 to do something. Right? I would have said, thank you for the work. Thank you, I accept, right? But somehow, and by the way, this is not to say that what she did was inappropriate or I'm not grateful for it. It was a lovely, incredible gesture. But at the time, it felt like just being given that money just as a gift just didn't seem right to keep it. I felt
what? And sometimes, man, some people, I'm wondering, is it even worth helping? And when you get to a particular age, I remember I was young, I'm like, man, I would go help. Sometimes it's like people, man, you just got to leave them and let them learn the hard way. Let them fall on their face and let them get up on their own. Because, brother, she gave you $25,000 so you don't end up back at a grocery store and you turn around and take that money, give it away. Now, if I'm your family, I'm like, all right, dude, I'm done with you. If I'm that actor, I'd be like, bro, I gave you $25,000 for you to get on your feet and you give it away. Homeboy, I need my money back, homie. And some people, man, you honestly just cannot help. Like, my man, you came up on some good money. You probably had a big lump sum of good money and you go blow it on $13,000 a month. Now, listen to this guy right here. Now that we're talking about, generational wealth, this guy is telling people, don't pass your kids generational wealth. Just do you. I think his message was intended to be good, but I don't agree with the message. Listen to this.
Generational wealth, which I hate that term. I hate that term.
Why?
Because it's a marketing. It turned into a marketing strategy.
Facts.
And especially in our community.
Yes.
And I'm tired of our people constantly shoving that down our people's throat about generational wealth, and then making people feel what's the word I want to use? Guilty that they're not setting their next generation up so that they could supposedly live that generational life. Everybody, if you listen to the word, is generational, means continual. Okay? Not generational meaning one generation. You understand? So, parents, you're doing your thing. Be proud of yourself. You busting your tail. You sending your kids to the best school that you can give them. You also want to better yourself. Bravo to you. Put your kids in the best position to then pass them the baton and let them do their job. So I really wish that we would stop this generational wealth marketing to our people.
I get his message, but however, generational wealth is an absolute must. And that's something we haven't got to. When you have children, yes, you got to sacrifice. You cannot go ball out, live your best life every day. I can't go out and spend no new shoes. I can't go buy no new clothes and no new Benz because I got to pass generational wealth. Now, you do that so your child doesn't have to work hard. Even if you can't afford it, get a life insurance policy, and therefore you can pass the baton. No question. Do what you got to do. Instead of renting, buy a house so you can pass it to your child as ancestor does, like they do. Everybody else has figured this out. So yes, it's time to teach generational wealth. Sometimes people online, you got to do your own research and not listen to just because he sounded like he's spitting facts. Don't mean he's spitting facts. A dude interviewing him who listen is like, ooh. No, absolutely not. Get out there, get it for your entire family. Get out there, especially your children. Because when your children get here, it's time to sacrifice. Now it's time to man up and do what you have to do for your kids, not for you. I get his message was more towards like, don't feel bad if you can't. I get that. But at the same time, you can't be mad at somebody that's paved the way for their children because they paved the way for their children. And you can't hate it. A lot of people call it privilege, but you don't see them buying Gucci socks and Gucci shoes and splurging, spending $13,000 a month for a house. No, they would buy a regular house, affordable, and they would buy it, and then they would pass it to their children. They don't go on vacation every other week like we do, and we don't buy Jordans and new iPhones and splurge. They save it. They put it up. That's generational wealth 101. And then when they go, they got businesses to pass for their children, real estate, stocks, and their children are set. Their children start here and then make it here. And then they pass that to their and then their generation. Look up Trump's kids in 2055. They're going to be multi-trillionaires because he set them up. Look up his father did for him. He's like, oh, my father passed me a hot million, and look what he did. He flipped that times 1,000. And now, guess what? Donald Trump Jr., who's the vice president of all his businesses, look what Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump did already. Because Trump set them up. You think they worked at McDonald's hard day? So ain't nothing wrong with setting your kids up for generational wealth. Absolutely do that. Anyway, peace, y'all.
On fire, ooh, down to the wire. My life in the shine.